Hello everyone, this is Camonized here, back with another awesome FFA video for you guys today. Very excited to deliver my 29th installment of the Champion High Free-For-All August season gameplays today. And very excited to present to you another rig free-for-all. We haven't seen the rig since my matchup against Champion 1 NYC. So I'm going up against another champion player in this gameplay, Camonized, who seemed pretty decent whilst he was in the game, but for some reason or other quits the game. I think it's because he drops back into 4th and he didn't want to lose CSR because all of the players in this game were unrated, although I don't think he knew that prior, but I don't know if he rage quit or lagged out or whatever, I couldn't really say, but he sort of quits out 2/3 of the way into the game. I'm showing you the spawn team rig because it's been a while since I've shown this map. So we had a spawn at Tower 2 right there, we had one at Bunker, we had one of myself outside, we have one at SMG right here for this game, and we have one on the actual camo near the scatter shot. Of course it's a shotgun now with the updated settings, but back at this time that's the way it was. And yeah, definitely a lot of spawns that you kind of have to be aware of there at the start. The reason I naded towards the carbine is because there's another spawn that is also present there, so I was a little bit worried about having that player sort of just come down on me from height in the beginning, so that's why I threw the pre-nade. I really like the perfect shots for the opening kill right there on the guy that was near camo sort of scatter shot area, but obviously probably a bit too aggressive on that camo play. I know that I really wanted the camouflage at the beginning, but all of the players are going to be looking for it, so maybe a bit of patience would have been needed there. But really nice to see groups of players to start at the beginning, considering I didn't get the best spawn really. I got outside the spawn in front of 2 different spawns. So I mean, considering that I have a 4-kill start is pretty impressive, to be honest. The other good player in this gameplay was HorribleYew655. I think he was a bit of an alternate sweat, someone that was a good player on an alternate account playing FFA this season. So because when Camonized leaves the game, he's HorribleYew is my competition for the rest of the match. And I think on that previous life right there, definitely would have liked to have seen me maybe pushed a bit more because I was underneath caster area and there probably was a player that I could have just AR'd if I'd probably gone up earlier, so probably should have been a bit more confident on that challenge. Really nice Serenity's nade on point there. I kind of had to throw that nade because I'd already made too much noise and commotion outside, so that's why I got killed by someone from behind. And there were definitely a lot of cases on this particular game actually of rig free-for-all where I died because I wasn't aware of the player quickly spawning behind me or someone there that I wasn't aware of. So there are going to be a lot of instances of that in this gameplay. And I mean, although these players, apart from Camonized and HorribleYew, well, HorribleYew is unrated as well, but Camonized and myself, the only champion free-for-all players again, the other players were all unrated. Saying that they're still all unrated, they would have to be sort of Onyx level or Diamond 6 level to be in this match. So even though the fact they are unrated, they are like Onyx players anyway, because they wouldn't get these types of matches if they weren't of that skill. So they are still pretty good players even though they are unrated. So, and this was near the end of the season. Now we're coming close to the end of my series actually, because there's going to be 40 episodes, so there's 11 more to come yet, but well, 10 after this one, but so I'm very excited to produce all of those. But yeah, so I mean, it's just like people that just fancy trying their hand at free-for-all late in the season, so still good players is what I was trying to put across. And right there's a really nice play to try and go for camo. Probably not the best way to set up for it prior though. It was really unfortunate because I had someone rush from behind and Camonized was just looking with a sniper rifle ready to shoot whoever went for it. So unfortunately I couldn't have predicted for him, and once I'd already tried to make the push through, I kind of had to keep going. I did see him with the sniper rifle, but it was too late to sort of do anything about it. I just had to hope that I would get it and stay alive and he would miss, but unfortunately he didn't, so I was going to be taken out there. Managed to clear him up quite nicely here for a trade, and he doesn't get the kill as well, so that's a good thing because obviously being a champion free-for-all player, he can make magic when he wants to, so didn't want to really feed him the kill. Always try to die by someone that's not that good if possible. If you are going to die, try and die by a player that has no chance of winning, as I've said before. It's a really important tip in free-for-all. It's not always possible, but I mean, if you can try and achieve that, I would definitely recommend trying to die by a player who has no chance of winning. Right here, a little bit sloppy with the thrust, and you know, missing the shots as I'm mid thrust there, so don't get the kill. Didn't do enough damage to get the beatdown on point. It's really important with the assault rifle beatdown attempt for a kill that you make sure you plant enough shots on. Don't get lazy with it because it's pretty immediate. I know, like most automatics in this gameplay, you know, a bit of spray and then beatdown is guaranteed kill, but you know, just be a bit careful when you're spraying with the AR because you really have to make sure that you do a reasonable amount of damage before you can get the kill with beatdown. That was a really nice place to try and stay alive in Whitehall there, but unfortunately I was trying to sort of get over the nade as the person threw it around the corner, but the nade kind of landed exactly where I was thrusting to, so that's just a bit unfortunate on my part. At this point I noticed a slight blister in my screen, so I knew I was being sort of looked at with a sniper rifle, and managed to sort of thrust off and get this guy for a nice kill there, and going to be taken out by Camonized. So you know, really doing quite well at this point to set up for the kill count. Not really being successful in setting up for camo though. As you can see, this player has it right here and he is going to take me out, so that's a bit unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen at this point in the game, you know, more control over, you know, being able to set up for the camouflage. In my matchup against NYC, you know, that was a back and forth game, but I was making considerable efforts to try and get the camouflage, and I felt I had more success of doing so than in this gameplay. I mean, MVP in that match had the first couple of camos, but when I actually did set up for it properly, I did ensure a smooth camo grab, and I personally would have liked to have seen a bit more of it in this gameplay because it's only against one other champion player, and you know, the rest were unrated players, so I should have been a bit better at you know, setting up for that. So that's a bit unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen more of that. Really nice individual outplay on Lady Gambit there. I thought it looked a bit shaky for a minute. Some, you know, not the best shots really on my part with the pistol, but I was still able to finish the kill, which is all that counts. And right there, it's just unfortunate to miss that jump up to engine 2. I really wanted to get away and end up missing, and then don't have enough shields to actually get a kill of HorribleYew, so that was just really unfortunate. Quite a lot of quick deaths now, as you can see. What I was mentioning earlier, I had a lot of people just kind of coming in and shooting me from behind, so that was a bit frustrating. It just kind of shows you on rig free-for-all how quickly people can spawn behind you, because I had literally got that spawn, coming off that spawn, and you know, trying to find players to shoot, and they were already way behind me. So definitely be careful with rig, because it's definitely a map where spawn's very active, so you know, spawns will sort of occur very frequently after you've been there, so it's really important on this map especially that you finish off the kills that you try to go for. And here at this point again, this position under Plasma Caster is quite a good position to poach a kill. Again, I feel I was just a little bit slow, because I know the reason why I backed down, because I saw that other players come in, I thought he would just pistol me, and that's why I went back down, because I wanted them to fight and then for me to jump up again. Personally, I think you've got to be a bit more confident in that situation, because you're probably not going to get a kill if you just, you know, hang down there for too long. And you know, eventually I did get it on HorribleYew, but I had to trade because he had the caster at that point, and you know, it just you should try and be a bit more confident when sort of, you know, going for a kill like that, I suppose. At this point, really nice play to come off my spawn, and that's where Camonized leaves the game, so switch to POV. As I was about to say, guys, you know, really nice play to get the camo and scatter after that. It's a really nice, huge turn of series plays there, to be honest, and it's going to make it very hard for the other players to you know, keep up with me in terms of kills now, because it's a deadly combo. And the most advantageous thing about this is, you know, you have no radar activity. People can't see you on the radar easily, or can see you in person very easily if you're crouching with camo. So it's just a really, you know, deadly combination to get yourself. At this point I was looking to just get a kill on Gambit, and unfortunately for me, she ends up jumping closer. Had I known that was going to happen, I would have whipped up my scatter shot rather than go for those pistol shots, because as you saw, the kill was poached, and end up not getting that kill. Very nice play to kind of forget about that and then get the scatter shot on story time, so that was a nice bit of play. And again, just looking for more people to shoot, really. Really important in free-for-all, have a circular motion on most maps. It's going to be a good strategy for staying alive for a long period of time, and if you have a weapon like the scatter shot or the shotgun, it's definitely a good way of staying alive with it for a long time. As you can see, I've got a killing spree here, just from going, kind of cycling around the map until I hear a lot of commotion, hear a lot of noise. In perfect position to clear something up, or get an individual kill on someone on their own, like fighting here. And as you can see, since I've been doing all of those plays, I've really upped my lead to a 4-kill lead, whereas it was kind of like a 1 or a 2-kill lead earlier on. I've really upped the score now, so definitely in a good stead to win this game right now, considering I passed the 20-kill mark as well. Just set it up to 22 kills there. 2 players have traded. One of them is the guy in 2nd place, so I know that he's not on the spawn currently, so I can try and finish off the player, and now he should spawn in at this point, so I know 2nd place is back up. But at this point I'm assuming that I'll get a kill on the Achador there, but I don't actually get it because the guy's a warrior, and that was really annoying to not get that kill. But the plays behind that, the thought was definitely there, so just better execution would have been needed really. Really nice camo grab, just a bit unfortunate for me that Achador just happened to be there. I didn't really want to challenge him straight away, because after getting the camo I just like to be a bit sneaky for a bit, and then just kind of come up behind someone and just guarantee myself the kill like that. Lady Gambit there, luckily she doesn't die as well with the other player. She was going in with the beatdown, so I'm able to finish her off. And at this point just looking to really finish off all the other players, so just coming up carefully behind HorribleYew here, who's his 2nd place. Again here I think I could have been quicker. All I would have had to have done was just press B and he would have been beat down a bit earlier, and that probably would have saved me a bit of commotion right here, but still it's enough to win the game. And I do get the reversal to finish that other player off as well. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this free-for-all on the rig. I hope it showed you more of the spawns that are on this map. The differences with the spawns of the NYC game is that the Engine 2 player ended up spawning in Tower. This wasn't a particular amazing matchup, but the next games I've got coming up will be. So I'll see you on these next episodes, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this one today. This was Serenities, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.